But I've noticed, I'm going to use a broader stroke. Ben, here are your nuggets. So first and foremost, when we talk about identity, right? For me, as a young man coming into my own, very confused about where I was supposed to be, what I was supposed to do. The samples of being a man and being a father was only within my household, right? I didn't really have like uncles and aunts because we lived overseas, and so I had like kind of like one template. But what happened is because of my personality trait of moving so often and needing to fit in, my identity was tied to being liked by others. So that could be in small groups in school, that could be relationships. So I was a quote unquote people pleaser, right? So I was tied in to kind of the surrounding environment, and that dictated who I was. So when I was a young
Yeah.
man, all throughout high school, even up to college years, I wouldn't say I had an identity. I would say my identity was my ability to quote unquote fit in, but that's not an identity, right? That's like I was number 274 of my high school graduation or something like that. And I didn't really come into my own or identify or create kind of pillars in my life of what I would stand for, right? So identity is kind of like your projection of who you are into the world, what you stand for, your morals, your ethics. And I didn't have that discussion until I was into my mid 20s with my current spouse, Mo, right? So we grew up together. So growing up together was fortunate enough for us to fail a lot, but to have those discussions of like, hey, who we are, what is our roles here during the short amount of time we have, what do we stand for?